Right, what is good, OneFX gang? Welcome back to the channel. It's Daniel FX here. If you're new, please subscribe and please watch this video until the end because I've got a huge announcement you want to be here for. Now, as you can tell, I'm not in my usual office because I'm currently I'm recording this video in Morocco on holiday right now. So you can see behind me, we've got some pools and stuff. Hopefully the lighting is not too bad and you can hear my audio properly. If it's not great, then apologies, but obviously I can't review the footage now. But yeah, this video is about traveling and trading and the pros and cons associated with traveling and trading. Now, I'm willing to bet that the large majority of traders out here have a dream of traveling the world and trading from their laptop or phone and making a source of income online. And personally for me, that's why I got started with trading. And I had the dream of going to Bali, Indonesia and living out there in a villa and just trading from my laptop by the poolside and like kind of doing that classic Instagram like lifestyle. And furthermore, if you go on my Instagram, you can actually see a picture of me trading by the pool on my laptop. And I did live that dream for a short period of time. But again, it's not all as glamorous as it seems, and there's definitely benefits and disadvantages to doing the things that you want to do. Now, speaking from first-hand experience, because again, it may be different for you guys, but the first major con that I found to actually traveling and trading was I just realized that balcony is open and I'm just shouting outside, so let me alright, so I'm gonna have to speak a little bit quieter and I may just have to like increase my audio in post-production. So hopefully I don't know, let's see how this video turns out. But what was I saying? The first major con to actually traveling and trading is the time zone difference. Now again, this will differ depending on where in the world you're going and where you're coming from. But for me, being from a GMT time zone, being in England, going to somewhere like Southeast Asia where the time zone difference is over 8 hours, it's a crazy shift to make, and it really messes up your routine, and people don't like really underestimate how much it's gonna mess with your routine. If you've been trading for like 2 or 3 years, and for those 2 or 3 years you're very used to waking up early in the morning, drinking your coffee and trading London session, and then you make a huge time zone shift, 8 hours plus, and you now have to start trading in the afternoon, it's a major psychological change, and people really don't process that it's gonna fuck up your trading, and it did fuck up my trading. Furthermore, the first 3 months I was in Bali, I actually was losing. I started like decreasing, my psychology went, and I just didn't know how to handle trading in the evenings. And you're probably thinking like, why? Like it's still the same session, it's still the same, like it's different, no? I don't know how to even articulate it, but like I'm very much used to waking up and the first thing in the morning is trading. I'm not thinking about anything else, I'm not doing anything else. But in Bali, I would be waking up, I'd go surfing, I'd go to a zoo, I'd be doing a lot of activities, using a lot of my cognitive function, a lot of my brain power. And then in the evening times, I would come back and try and trade. And I simply just wasn't focused enough. I wasn't able to zone in and actually sync up with the markets. And furthermore, at the time I was trading intraday, which means I was holding my trades for a couple of hours at a time. And I had to like stay up until like 2 AM at some days to actually shut my trade because simply the time zone was just different. Now, the second major con to traveling and trading is that a lot of places have terrible Wi-Fi, especially if you're traveling often and doing like traveling in the different countries that you go to. It's very difficult to find a very good internet connection, and especially in the places that I've been, generally they just have shit Wi-Fi, and it's very annoying. If you've ever been trying to close an important position on MetaTrader, or you're trying to execute a trade and it's just sitting there loading and you know you're actively losing money, it's one of the most frustrating sensations in the world. So again, that's another thing you need to consider. Now, building off of that is that you need to also remember that you can't bring your entire setup. If you're like me and you have like a nice home-based setup with a couple of monitors and a nice desktop and everything, when you start traveling and actively trading, more than likely you're either going to bring a laptop with you, in my case it was a MacBook, or you're going to trade based off of your phone. Now, I personally don't really like trading off of my phone because I really do want to treat trading like a business, because it is a business, and I feel like trading off of your phone, although you can do it, it definitely is possible, it takes a certain level of professionalism out of it, and it makes it just seem like a little side hustle, like kind of, to me it's just BS. Again, you can do it and it really doesn't do much, but it's not the same thing. Like you're not working at that same elite level, if you get me. Now again, you may be thinking these are all like very small things you can get over, and 100% you can get over it and actually adapt. but your first couple times traveling and trading, it's going to be a lot harder for you to actually adjust and get into that routine than you think it will be. But again, going past that, moving on to the pros, because there is a lot of pros, and that is you are traveling and trading is the main pro. You're literally living the dream. At that point, you must have been successful, you must have been profitable, you must have good psychology to even be in that position, or maybe you're just on a holiday, who knows. But the main pro is you're making an income from your phone, from your laptop, abroad in another country. And especially if you're in a country that doesn't make a lot of money, like traditionally, meaning if you're in like Southeast Asia or countries where the average worker maybe earns $200, $300, $400, the cost of living is usually very, very cheap. And if you're earning in a strong currency like USD or GBP, it makes it very, very cheap for you to live there and have a crazy quality of life. So again, there is tons of benefits. Now let me take you guys on a walk through this little hotel area. Again, hopefully the lighting doesn't get too bad, but genuinely, it is super fun being able to travel and still continuously work from my laptop, continuously work and actually make money. But in my opinion, what I've learned is I would much rather have periods of time where I'm just working and then periods of time where I'm just trading, which is why even right now when I'm in Morocco, I'm not actually trading at all. I'm still monitoring the markets, I'm still looking, but I'm not actually like trading, because what I've learned is that if I'm going to be trading, I want to give trading my full attention, my full energy. I want to be focused on what I'm doing. I don't want to just be like half-assed, kind of glancing, setting alerts, etc. Again, you can do that and you can get away with doing that, but why would I give like 60 or 70% of my attention and my energy to something that is like very important? Like, I don't know how else to articulate it. Yeah, so I would much rather work flat out for 6 months, not leave my house and just work, trade, and then take the rest of the year off, in comparison to spending 12 months working, trading, while also traveling actively. Because again, for me, it's just, I don't know, I might just be weird. You guys may enjoy traveling and actively trading like that, but for me, it's not the most efficient way of doing things. Again, that's not saying that when I'm traveling, I don't trade at all, because again, if I see a nice position, if the setup is there, I will definitely take it from my phone. Like, I'm not against doing that, but just in an ideal world, the two things are separate for me.